Hello, Morongo Basin, and listeners around the world online at Z1077FM.com. Here is the Z1077 local news for Friday, May 22nd, 2026. An allegedly intoxicated man in Yucca Valley was arrested on suspicion of calling 911 to report on the deputies arresting him. On Tuesday at around 8:20 p.m., San Bernardino County Sheriff's deputies responded to a report of a verbal disturbance in the 7100 block of Pawnee Trail in Yucca Valley. Deputies identified the suspect as Corey Christ, 38. Deputies say that Christ was intoxicated and engaged in a verbal argument with a relative. Deputies attempted to take Christ into custody. They say he refused commands and repeatedly dialed 911 to report deputy behavior to the dispatcher. At least 4 calls were made to 911 from the home on Pawnee Trail. Corey Christ was arrested on suspicion of harassing 911 and resisting arrest. He was cited and released at the scene. Calling 911 or other emergency services when it is not an emergency is not only illegal, but can tie up lines and operators, preventing them from assisting with real emergencies. Harassing 911 can be punished with up to 6 months in jail. Joshua Tree Memorial Park invites you to their annual Memorial Day observance. The event at the cemetery will honor fallen heroes, feature several chaplains, a wreath placement ceremony, Marine Corps Color Guard, a 21-gun salute, and a White Dove release. The ceremony begins at 11 a.m. It will run until noon and immediately be followed by live music from local artist Sean Mafia. The Memorial Day ceremony begins at 11 a.m. at Joshua Tree Memorial Park, located at 60121 29 Palms Highway in Joshua Tree. The Wonder Valley community meeting is happening this weekend. Annalise Kuiper has a look at their agenda.
Friends of Wonder Valley will hold their 4th monthly community meeting on Sunday, May 24, beginning at 1 p.m. 2 items are on the agenda under new business: Wonder Valley's public image in relation to dark skies, and building relationships with San Bernardino County services such as aging and adult services and behavioral health. Special guest Steve Reyes, the field representative for the 3rd District Supervisor Don Rao, will consult with the meeting on these 2 items. The meeting will take place at Founders Hall, 29 Palms Historical Society, 6760 National Park Drive in 29 Palms, and begins at 1 p.m. Reporting for Z1077 News, I'm Annalise Kuiper.
The 75th annual Grubstake Days celebration continues in Yucca Valley all weekend long. The community celebration includes a number of family-friendly events and activities, including a carnival, live music, food, drink, and the Grubstake Day specialties that only happen in Yucca Valley. Today, the golf tournament is happening at Hawks Landing Golf Course, and the carnival officially opens to the public. The Little Miss and Mr. Minor talent show begins at 5 p.m., followed by live music from Wild Sky Band. That's all happening at the intersection of 29 Palms Highway and Hilton in Yucca Valley. Tomorrow, the Grubstake Days Parade kicks off at 10 a.m. at the Yucca Valley Park and Ride on 29 Palms Highway at Kickapoo Trail. It will head east on Yucca Trail and end at Pioneer Town Road. The fun returns to the intersection of 29 Palms Highway and Hilton for the Elks Pancake Breakfast, the Beard Contest, the Horseshoe Contest, Tug of War, food, drinks, and fun. For the full list of events, see yuccavalley.org. You can explore the High Desert Nature Museum's new featured exhibition tomorrow. It's called Turtle Travels, and will teach you how turtles live in and travel through a surprising diversity of habitats. An interactive exhibit, you'll find out what it's like for a turtle trying to cross a road or traverse changing habitats. You can be a turtle tracker and see how real field biologists track animals in the wild. You'll start your journey at the exhibition entrance and pose as a turtle traveler before stepping onto a giant game board, grabbing a tortoise game piece and giving the spinner a whirl to begin your turtle journey. Before you reach the finish line, you'll visit a number of interactive stations to learn about how to protect turtles from the hazards they face. Turtle Travels opens tomorrow at the High Desert Nature Museum and will be on display until September 5th. Hey y'all, the beloved Southern play Steel Magnolias completes its run at Theater 29 this weekend. There's still time to see it. Here's reporter Adeline J. Wells with a review of the production.
I had the pleasure of attending the opening night of Theater 29's production of Steel Magnolias, directed by Lisa Hodgson. Hooded hairdryers, vanities, and a plastic card table decked with magazines transport the audience to the 80s in all its glory. Hodgson's production of Steel Magnolias was beautifully cast, with 6 local actors captivating the audience with their dynamic chemistry and twangy Southern accents. Truvy, portrayed by Laura Harwood, was vivacious, warm, and stylish as the beauty parlor owner. Sabrina Olsen was charming as the bubbly bride Shelby, whose wit and zest for life were endearing. She and Amy Miranda, who played Shelby's mother, Emlyn, fostered a credible familial bond, and Miranda's range of emotion from the first to final scene aptly reflected the evolution of a mother's love. Heather Clisby's expertise with comedic timing was on full display in her role as Clary. She traded barbs with Virginia Sulick's Weezer skillfully, and Sulick endeared the audience with the soft spot that showed beneath her wisecracking character's sarcasm. Gabriela Garcia mastered the character arc of stylist Annelle, from a sweet, nervous newcomer to a woman sure of her path, an arc she traveled with the support of her friends. Steel Magnolias continues its run at Theater 29 through May 24th. Performances run at 7 p.m. on Friday and Saturday evening and at 2:30 p.m. on Sunday. Tickets are available for purchase online at theater29.org or by calling the Theater 29 box office at 760-361-4151. Reporting for Z1077 News, this is Adeline J. Wells.
And finally, the High Desert Beekeepers Association meets tomorrow. The topic for this month's meeting is managing a hive and preventing swarming. They ask you to bring your bee stories, bee adventures, bee opinions, and bee questions to the educational and supportive meeting for desert beekeepers. The High Desert Beekeepers Association meets tomorrow at noon at Rainbow Stew, located at 55509 29 Palms Highway in Yucca Valley. That's our local news. Hear local news 7 times a day, 7 days a week at 7, 8, 9, noon, 4, 5, and 6. If you hear about news happening, let us know. Email us at tips@z1077fm.com. Reporting for the Morongo Basin News Leader, the award-winning Z1077 Local News, I'm News Director Jeff Harmatz.